The Radio Wammo breakfast.
I thought I understood it, but I didn't. Only the idea of it. Of you and me.
What are we going to do after we graduate?
Don't think about it.
Don't think about it. Next minute, it's all off. We're looking at a movie called Like Crazy with Lena Lamont for the film review. Morning, Lena.
Morning, Wammo. Like Crazy. So not your typical Hollywood rom-com. In fact, I wouldn't call this a Hollywood film at all. Not least because one of its lead players is a young English actress called Felicity Jones. We talked about her last year in Chalet Girl, and prior to that, she was in Ricky Gervais's film Cemetery Junction. Did you catch Cemetery Junction?
Not yet.
It was a pretty lo-fi indie little film in itself. So other than that, I haven't seen Felicity in anything. She plays in this a British exchange student who is studying in the United States of America and falls for one of her American classmates. Now, he's a lovely young man, played by Anton Yelchin, a good Russian name from a young lad born in Russia, but he is now becoming a major American film star, and he actually played the young Chekhov in the Star Trek prequel.
Oh.
So viewers will have seen Anton's little face before.
Yeah.
So basically, Anton and Felicity fall in love, and I guess what marks it out from being a typical Hollywood rom-com is that when the the forces of evil descend to keep them apart, namely her visa runs out, and what are they going to do? Because their relationship is one of those typically sort of university time kind of intense, oh my goodness, maybe this is it kind of relationships, and suddenly the forces of immigration are pulling them apart. What are they going to do about it? And I think what's really good about this film is they address everything in a really naturalistic, realistic, and therefore gritty, painful kind of way. And you never know throughout this film how it's going to end up. And I suppose that's why I keep drawing the comparison with something where you think, well, they're so obviously going to wind up together, and, you know, probably Neighbourhood Dog will bring them together or something schmaltzy and stupid. This isn't like that at all.
There's no point in the film where you just want to yell at the screen, oh, get over it, guys.
No, and that's probably
Move on.
a good... No, well, that's probably
Your
a good
visa ran
thing.
out.
Yeah, that's right.
He lives on the other side of the world. Forget about it.
Well, well, this is the thing. You're so right. But this is, I think, the integrity of the performances, is that you think... I mean, part of it... Sometimes there are scenes that will cut you to the quick, you know, because you might think, oh my goodness, this resonates with me on some level from the experience I've had, or I can just imagine how heart-wrenching this would be. So no, you're kind of with them all the way. I have to say, they do, by necessity, have a very sort of on-off torturous kind of relationship. And yeah, I suppose it will depend how old you are as a viewer as to how much tolerance you're going to have for this. But I mean, I kind of, to me, the theme of this film is, how far would you go to keep hold of the one, or would you just go with the Mr. Okay, the Mr. Right Now? You know how they always say, are you looking for Mr. Right, or are you looking for Mr. Right Now? You know, I'm sure they say that to you all the time.
All the time, yeah. Get that all the time. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, this is very much that kind of theme, and it kind of this leads you to think that maybe we should be grasping every opportunity in life and holding on to the stuff that matters, and not letting go of the meaningful experiences, you know. So it's well done. The two lead players are very charismatic, very natural with one another, and there are horribly painful scenes, and it's all a very sort of transatlantic sort of story. I mean, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it is superior to a lot of the schmaltzy, dumb love stories that just aren't even trying, you know.
It seems to me it would fit into one of those awkward sort of cinema spaces where it's like, well, is it worth going to the cinema to see this one, you know?
That's a good question. You're right. Frequently we're talking lately about things, do I need to go to the pictures for this, or should I just watch it at home on DVD? Yeah, I have to be honest, this doesn't require a cinema outing, but at the same time it would be a shame for it not to do well, just because the audiences didn't go. But I mean, you know, on one hand it's kind of a really good date movie. On the other hand, if your relationship is floundering, maybe don't go see this film, you know.
Or if you're just starting up at uni again for the year, and you've just met someone that perhaps from I don't know.
Another country?
Another country. Don't go see this
Yeah,
one.
or maybe
No,
don't go out with them from another country.
You just forget.
That's
yeah,
right. That's not
exactly.
going to work
No,
out.
No.
That's right.
The visa's going to run out.
That's right. So, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, well, the only other thing worth
Yep.
saying is that the supporting characters in it, Alex Kingston from ER, British actress from ER, plays the mother, and she brings light relief and is terribly funny, and the father's terribly funny. So, yeah, there are other good performances in it. It's not just this kind of insular little romantic relationship between these two tortured souls, but yeah, it's rather good.
Good. Like Crazy is the name of the film, and you can find out more about other films that are on at the moment in the Sunday Star Times, in the section there where Lena Lamont does the reviews, and also lenalamont.wordpress.com. See you next time.
See you.
Only the smudgeness of it, the eagerness of it, the idea of it, of you and me.